Hello, welcome again. Today to our biology sessions. We want to discuss about the menstrual cycle in females. Our menstruation cycle in females starts from the puberty stage. This is a cyclic event of every 28 days, so that it means it's experienced every month, but will stop in case a female gets pregnant. Also, stress can bring about interference, and a lady might miss those menses. Environmental change again, some extreme temperatures, maybe when one is taken to desert condition, let's say like Sahara Desert, and also disease can bring about that effect of normal menstruation. So today let's discuss about how this happens. We are saying it's a normal 28 day, but in adults, it can still have a range that is from the 21st day to around 35th day. 21 to 35, that can be arranged for the adults. For the girls who are at puberty stage, it can be around 28 to even around 45 days. That can be the range of what? Ovulation. So let's start now the process. After the menstruation period, what happens? We start with the pituitary gland, that is the anterior pituitary gland, will be stimulated to secrete an hormone called FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormone. This follicle stimulating hormone will have two roles. The first role, it will cause ovulation, not ovulation, sorry. It will first cause the release of it will first lead to the stimulation of the development of an ovum, sorry. We are saying stimulate what? Development of an ovum. As its level increases, it stimulates the ovaries to secrete another hormone called estrogen. So we are saying we have two roles there of follicle stimulating hormone. The first one, development of an ovum. Second, its rise in level, the level of this follicle stimulating hormone. When it increases to a certain point, it stimulates the ovaries to secrete estrogen hormone. So now let's discuss about estrogen hormone. The estrogen hormone brings about the healing of the ruptured endometrium wall. So during the other menses, the endometrium wall was ruptured because it has been prepared, it had been thickened in preparation for implantation, but implantation never took place. So what happens? That endometrium wall ruptures, and because it ruptures, it has to be healed. What heals? Estrogen hormone. The second role of the estrogen hormone is about stimulating its levels again. As its level increases, it will cause a negative feedback. That is, it will inhibit the secretion of the follicle stimulating hormone. It will inhibit what? Secretion of the follicle stimulating hormone, which was stimulating its secretion. Then the third role, as its level increases, it will stimulate the pituitary gland. Let's understand this. An hormone does not secrete another hormone, but it stimulates either gland to secrete another hormone. So we are saying the third role of estrogen will be stimulating the pituitary gland to secrete a third hormone, which is luteinizing hormone, that is LH, which is responsible for ovulation. So we are saying we have three roles of estrogen hormone. First is about the healing of the endometrium wall. Second is about its level increase inhibits secretion of the follicle stimulating hormone. So it inhibits the pituitary gland from secreting follicle stimulating hormone. Then now it stimulates the same pituitary gland to secrete luteinizing hormone. That is a positive feedback. So it has positive and negative feedback for the inhibition and for the stimulation. Then now let's go to the third hormone, which is the luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing hormone. So the LH hormone. This hormone will have two roles. The first role is about the maturation of the Gravian follicle. The other one was about what? Development of the Gravian follicle, that was follicle stimulating hormone. Formation of the Gravian follicle to release the ovum. This one now is about the maturation for the development of the ovum. This one is the maturation. LH is what? Maturation of Gravian follicle to release the mature ovum. That is now what we are calling ovulation. That is what leads to ovulation. That's the second role. LH hormone, that is a luteinizing hormone, will be stimulated to secrete the mature ovum. That is ovulation. So we are saying just the two roles. Maturation of the Gravian follicle to release the ovum. So it's about the maturation of the Gravian follicle. That is one. Number two is about ovulation. That is the release of the mature ovum. Those are the two roles of follicles of the luteinizing hormone. But we still have the other role. As its level increases, it brings about reorganization of the ruptured Gravian follicle. We said maturation and rupturing to release the ovum. Now that ruptured Gravian follicle, there will be reorganization, and we reorganize the ruptured Gravian follicle and we form a yellow body called corpus luteum. This corpus luteum is the one that will secrete. So it's about the LH stimulating the corpus luteum to secrete another hormone, which is our fourth hormone, and which will be progesterone. So we are saying what? Stimulates the corpus luteum to start secreting progesterone hormone. The progesterone hormone again will be secreted by the ovaries. So the ovaries will be secreting two hormones, estrogen and progesterone. After that now, the progesterone hormone, as its level increases, it will inhibit secretion of that. It will inhibit the pituitary gland from secreting that LH hormone. So it means there will be no other ovulation. That is one. And again, it will inhibit follicle stimulating hormone from being secreted by the pituitary gland. So it inhibits the pituitary gland from secreting two hormones, LH, luteinizing hormone, and FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. That is the role. Then another role of this progesterone is the thickening of the endometrium wall and supply of the blood vessels. That is vascularization in readiness for implantation. We don't know if pregnancy will take place. It has to be implanted. So for this one, it has to be prepared. It's always prepared for the pregnancy. So we are saying what will happen? This will B, preparing the readiness for implantation by making the endometrium wall to be thickened, and it will have some dense supply of blood vessels. Then after that now, so we are speaking about the inhibition of two hormones. The pituitary gland inhibits secretion of the LH and FSH. After that now, that is now, in case pregnancy takes place, the follicle stimulating hormone continues to rise to maintain the pregnancy. You see, the placenta will not yet be developed. It will be developed after 3 months. So the role of the progesterone is to maintain the pregnancy. And this one will be continuously be secreted by the ovaries. And that's why you'll get a question asking you, after 3 months, ovaries can be removed, but the pregnancy cannot be terminated. The main reason being now the placenta will become glandular and now continue secreting the progesterone hormone. But now before the 3 months, what will happen? These ovaries has a role of secreting the what? The ovaries has a role of secreting the progesterone, which will be maintaining our pregnancy. But now if pregnancy will not take place, progesterone hormone has to do what? To decrease. And the main reason for the decrease is because the pituitary gland will be stimulated to secrete the FSH, which will inhibit the secretion, will inhibit the ovaries from secreting what? The progesterone hormone. So what will happen? The corpus luteum disintegrates. And when they disintegrate, there will be no further secretion of follicle stimulation, not follicle stimulating hormone, but for the progesterone. And what will happen? That is now where the endometrium wall ruptures and we lose blood and being lost through the vagina in form of menses. That is the end of menstruation cycle in female. Thank you. And wait for the other slides as we continue learning.